Alright guys, today is the official range test of the Rawrr Mantis X. I'm already out in the field. According to the bike, I started with a 100% charge. I'm down to 87% and we have 2.8 miles on this trip. Although I discovered this number is wildly inaccurate. I started GPS at the beginning of this ride to make this scientific, and we're 4.8 miles into this ride. Not 2.8. So I'll keep this GPS in my pocket so we have accurate data. Let's get on with this. It is raining. Unfortunately, we have 4 days of solid rain in the forecast, but there's a little bit of a break right now. It's just a light drizzle. Temperature is much more comfortable though. It's 70 degrees. Which does have an impact on range. In terms of my riding characteristics, we're in sport mode, but this is going to be mixed riding. So right now I'm going the speed of traffic because I have to, there's no bike lane. But when there's an opportunity to ride on the shoulder at slower speeds, I'm going to take full advantage of that, because after all, the road is wet. I don't really want to go top speed if I don't have to. If you want my prediction, just based off of the riding I've done so far, I think this bike gets a comfortable 20 miles of range. But as we just discovered, this trip reader is completely wrong, so maybe it's more like 30 miles? We're gonna find out. Oh, I do want to mention, if you guys are buying this bike, there are 2 accessories I think are key. And for me, they're coming on Friday, which is 2 days from now. But it's a tail light, because this bike unfortunately doesn't have a tail light, and mirrors. These are the ones I decided to go with. I'll leave Amazon links below the video. They will be affiliate links, so if you buy with my link, it does help the channel. But yeah, these are the mirrors and the tail light I went with. I'm pretty passionate about this tail light. It's the best I've ever had. I've used it before. It's fairly bright, recharges via USB Type-C, and it has a built-in alarm, motion sensor alarm, which this bike doesn't have. It doesn't have any kind of alarm system, so I think this tail light is a pretty good complement. All right, let's pull over here really quickly. So yeah, we're exactly 80% charge. So 20% down, how far do we go? Oh, 7.6 miles. Okay. That's decent, I think. I have been very surprised, pleasantly surprised with the quality, the build quality of this bike. It is made in China, let's just get that straight. But even so, objectively looking at the bike, through the filming I've been doing, the bike is built good. I'm happy with it. I mean, even the kickstand, it's super beefy, high quality. The pivot point here, it feels robust. The subframe, I really have no complaints. They use a beefy 420 chain. I did ask the company to give me all the info they have on this battery, and they said that this is a Samsung battery cells they're using, and specifically it's, I think they said the 50GE. That's good. I mean, a Samsung battery, that's exactly what you want to hear. And the BMS here is rated for 90 amps continuous. So 90 amps times the nominal voltage, 72. That's your 6,500 watts. But okay, I'm gonna get out of here because people are looking at this bike. This is a sketchy place. Man, it's nice to be able to just rip out of any situation.
Here we go. I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight.
so many things that I keep in my mind. Like a
Alright, I'm in the industrial backwaters of New Jersey somewhere. I think this is going to be the halfway point because we're at 60, just over 60% charge. I figure if we turn around now, hopefully that's enough to safely get back home. And at this point, we've gone 14.5 miles down to 63%. It's a 15-mile ride back home. So if we make it, that means this bike achieved 30 miles, which is a pretty good number. But that's a big if, because the second half of the battery is not the same as the first half.
We can get away with it. No, 'cause I'm feeling so
All right, this ride has been extremely fun so far, but I'm sitting at 29% battery and we've gone 25 miles. The onboard trip thing says 14.5, but 25 is the number. We're gonna keep riding this bike until, not until 0%, but until the bike really isn't rideable anymore. And what I mean by that is the acceleration. So like I'm full throttle right now. 32, 33, we're still pretty zippy. That's full throttle. 36, yeah, it's still rolling. 37. All right, I'm calling it here. 14, let's just say 15% battery. Maximum speed is like 22, 23 miles per hour. We're officially in limp mode. And we traveled 29.5 miles. So we still have some battery left. I'm gonna say that's a 30-mile range on this bike. Not bad. Let me give you guys a consolidated summary of my findings and how the battery behaves at different battery percentages. Overall, I'll say it's great. No red flags in terms of how the battery feels. It doesn't like fall off a cliff earlier than it should. So of course, as you use the battery, the power slowly begins to fall off. It's linear, completely fine, nothing jarring. You don't really notice the decrease in power until the bottom third of the battery. I mean, even at a 40% battery, I remember I was still ripping the streets pretty hard. But then once you get into the 20s in terms of battery percentage, power does quickly begin to diminish. So to give you guys some numbers here, I noticed at a 25% charge, my maximum speed was barely touching 30. Then at 20% battery, it was about 25 miles per hour. Keep in mind, a lot of the zippiness was gone at that point. It took a while to get up to that speed. And you can see now at full throttle, 12% battery. And we're still moving, but less than 20 miles per hour. So we can probably hit 20. Yeah, 20 at 12% battery. So really anything below 20, maybe even 25% is limp mode for this bike. You can get home like I'm doing right now. It's just not, super fun. The funness kind of goes away at the bottom third of the battery. But still a little bit over 30 miles of range for this bike. Plus the way that it feels as the battery was dying, I'm very happy with this. It meets my expectations. And yeah, I think this was a raging success. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see any other comparisons with this bike in the future or any video topics. I will be getting the Wired Freedom soon, and you can bet I will be doing a comparison between that, which represents one of the best e-bikes in the market, and this, one of the best affordable e-motos on the market. That should be a fun video, but until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.